We write to taste life twice, in the moment and in retrospect. And if you want to read a story that hasn't been written yet, you just have to write it. Dear viewers, in my journey searching for young talents, I discovered two pure gems, just like Thanos and the Infinity Stones. So, dear viewers, welcome to your favorite program. Yes, now it's your favorite program, let's say. Tell me about it. And today we're having with us two beautiful minds, two pure gems. Miss Lydia Haddad, welcome to Channel 7.
Hi Yassine, thank you for having me.
With pleasure. And Miss Khadija Abdou.
Hi Yassine, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. So, how are you?
Very good.
So,
What about you?
fine, thank you.
Good.
Girls, so let's start. How was your school career?
So I have a master's degree in telecommunication engineering.
That's great.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, we will talk about books, and you have a technical career. All right,
Yes.
we'll come back to that.
Thank
And
you.
you, Lydia?
I have a master's degree in political science and I've specialized in cultural policies. And now I'm a PhD candidate in art history, so I'm doing research.
Many things.
Yeah, it's quite different, but I like
Different and many things. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
I love passionate people. That's great.
Thanks.
So, Lydia, you're with us today. You wrote a book.
it. Indeed.
Tell us more.
So the original title is La Génération du Môle d'Alger. It can be translated into the generation of the
Algiers dogs.
maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, let's say that. So in this book, I'm trying to focus on a specific group called La Génération du Môle. And my main hypothesis is that this group played a very, very important role in the advent of artistic modernity in the city of Algiers in the aftermath of Second World War in 1945.
That's excellent.
Thank you.
That's without spoilers.
Okay.
Okay.
No spoilers.
Spoilers later.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
So, Khadija,
Yes.
you make book reviews on social media.
Yes.
How did it all start? Tell us the entire story.
So I feel like it came really naturally since social media. We all use social media on a daily basis, and we all share content about our lives. So I have a passion for books, and I just wanted to connect with people that share the same passion and just maybe try to encourage others to read more.
Yes.
Um,
You're
so
in
yeah.
love with reading.
yes, I love that. Yeah, I love that.
The idea of creating videos and you making book reviews and videos, how did it all start?
So actually, YouTube helped me discover new titles, authors, and so I used to watch booktubers and Instagrammers, and I said, why not? I can do the same thing and share this passion with others, and especially in our society, encourage other person to read and get them into my world.
Tell us about your first video. Who was the author?
Well, on Instagram, I do mostly reviews, so I
Yes.
give my opinion about books. I do not share a lot of videos. I honestly, I don't remember. I don't
You
remember
don't
who was the first author.
We'll come back later. You give us some examples.
Thank you.
We'll be waiting for you to make the review of Lydia's book.
Yeah, it would
Yeah,
be a
soon.
pleasure. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, Lydia, you have a passion for art.
I do.
Yes.
So I used to work in museums and cultural institutions, and through this professional experience, I learned a lot of things. And by that time, I was I wanted to pursue a career like cultural management, and now I'm more into research. So I switched a little bit my career, and now all my academic path, I hope that it will be in research and maybe someday in teaching.
And you're still a doctorate student.
Yeah, I'm still doing my PhD, so
I think that you want to understand the relation between painting and poetry.
yeah, I'm obsessed with this question.
So tell us everything.
Well,
We're listening.
when I studied this group, the generation of the mole, of the dogs, or of the pier of Algiers. So this group was very diverse. So among them, we can mention like emblematic poets like Jean Sénac or Himoud Brahimi, and painters as well like Sauveur Galliero, who was used to be called the lighthouse of this group because he was really every time on the piers, on the docks, on the seafront of Algiers. So together, Mohamed Dib as well. So together they used to, they did a lot of cultural activisms in terms of publication, editorial, cultural reviews. So they published cultural magazines like Terrasse and Soleil, and they tried to like create like a fusion between visual arts and literature.
We have three figures who work together.
Right.
Let's say three. Yes, there was Malik Haddad and Katib Yassin. They worked together in the same journal.
Yeah.
And when they went to France, they were living Mohamed Isiakhem's home. So they worked together, they collaborated, and that's a very beautiful story. So in your book, it's like you're paying tribute to them.
Right, because I think that we underestimate their heritage and the importance of their heritage, and we can mention as well the duet that was composed by Katib Yassin and Isiachem, and
yes.
we used to call them like twins, artistic twins.
So
they were always together, creating arts, like chilling, gathering together. So it's very important for me to overcome the individualistic perspective of art and to have like more inclusive, a global view, like including social science and history, not only art history, like to have a global view on the artworks in Algeria.
Yes, it's like Katib Yassin was painting with words,
right,
and Isiachem was writing with pictures.
Absolutely.
Yes. So, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Okay. Please, did you make book reviews about Algerian authors?
Honestly, not that much.
For example?
Yasmina Khadra, but I know a lot of authors, of course, Algerian authors. I know them by name, I know their works, but I tend to read more like international authors.
For example?
For example, Jérôme Loubry, je sais pas, Stewart Turton, Franck Sillier, Agatha Christie. Yeah.
That's great.
Thanks.
So, Lydia, in this book, did you talk about Casbah?
A lot, because the Casbah was the headquarters of the Algerian activism, the cultural resistance against colonialism. So it's a very, very important place for like just
headquarter of Algiers battle.
Yeah, of course, in the 50s, late 50s, and all these artists, like thanks to these artists, we can see like their artworks were like a real testimony of this period. So it's very important for me to replace the Casbah at the heart, because we tend to think that the downtown Algiers is the center of the city, and then the Casbah it's an outsider now, but we have to like reconsider it like through modern art.
Excellent. And now, I was just wondering,
Tell me.
Are you still impressed or in love with, let's say, Algiers and Casbah? Your outfit, it's Algiers. It's a nice outfit.
Thank you.
So it's like it's gonna be with you in your heart and in your soul forever.
I grew up like facing every single day, the sea, the Mediterranean Sea. So I'm really in love with all this visual culture. Like I love to listen to music, like to Algerian music. When you have like all these imaginaries about piracy, oral poetry, and etc. And the other thing is that I want to say that the mall, what we used to call the mall, or the Khaireddin Harbor, is a very vivid place. People used to gather there to swim, to fish, to paint. So they're facing the city, and the originality of this thing is that they're not turning their back from this.
The sea.
From the sea.
Yes.
So they are facing the city, and it's like an extraordinary point of view, like to paint the city. They have this whole Algiers skyline, so they can paint it.
Excellent. That's beautiful. And it's like you're trying to give a modern touch to the Casbah, back to your outfit. Let's say that we call it shandai.
Yeah.
Usually men wear shandai, but now it's for women. It's modern and it's beautiful.
Yeah, I think we should be proud of this, like traditional outfits by giving them all as well, like
With
a
a
modern
modern
twist.
Yes.
Of course.
Excellent. Khadija,
Yes.
we want to know everything. How do you make your video reviews? Let's tell us everything step by step.
Well, first of all, of course, I read the book, and
How do you choose the book?
it depends on my mood,
Mood, yes.
and my humor, and my preference. If I'm interested in a certain topic or in a certain genre, so I would be more focusing on that. And when then I read. Of course, I read the book. I try to write my impressions, so I don't give it critics, because I'm not an expert. It's just my opinion, what I thought about the book. So I try to also write to tell people what is it about, and just impressions and my opinion about it. I write it, and then I share it. I publish it on my feed.
And then comes the part of comments.
But I have a small community on Instagram.
How many followers?
Almost 2,000. So it's not that
Oh.
much. Yeah, I
You
feel
know,
like
if you leave your touch on only 2 or 3 people,
yeah.
that's already
Yeah,
something.
I don't really care, let's say, about the numbers, because I'm living what I do.
Exactly.
And the point is, as you said, just encouraging others, or maybe try to inspire even if it's a
Inspire,
big
yes.
word, others. So yeah, when I see the comments and people comment on me, oh, you inspired us, or you
when
encouraged us,
they
I
have
wanna be like you.
when they have questions, for example.
Yes. So sometimes they ask me, as beginners, for example, what should I read?
What should I read exactly?
Yes. Can you suggest some titles, some authors? So yeah, that's it. Where can I find this book?
This book,
Or
yeah, because
where would you buy? Yes, would you buy your books?
sometimes we don't find. There are some books that are hard to find.
This is the problem in Algeria. There are not a lot of choices, and but
Lately, the authorities
Fortunately.
started working on it. We're facing the problem of re-edition. For example, old books have been edited, and then there has been no re-edition.
yes,
So
that's a
that-
problem. Also, the prices.
I'm
to be
still
honest.
struggling. There's a book I spent my entire life looking for it, and I
Yeah,
still
really.
didn't find it.
Fortunately, we have internet, so we have audiobooks. We can
Yes.
download free books, so that's an advantage.
Exactly. And for example, for a beginner,
Yes.
a person who wants to read their first book, what do you suggest them?
I feel like it's a hard question because we're all different.
I never promised easy questions, so
I don't think I have an answer, because it depends on the person, what they like, what they don't like, if they're looking for fiction books or non-fiction.
it's like you're giving them personalized advice.
No, actually, what would for people who don't like to read, or maybe they want to start read but don't know how, I would say they should start with short stories. Look for genre that might like, and just do it. After that, they discover what they like and what they don't, and yeah,
Yeah, thank you. That's really nice.
just start and then enjoy the ride.
Just start, yes.
Yes.
Lydia, back to you.
Well,
I think there will be a great connection between both of you all.
yeah.
So, your memoir is about Le Sauveur. Tell us more. Why did you choose this person especially?
So Sauveur Galiro, is a painter. He was born and raised in Algiers. He lived in the Casbah, and it's very rare.
He was obsessed.
Yeah,
Casbah.
obsessed with the Casbah, with the beaches, with the seafront, with the port, and all this aesthetic. And Sauveur Galliero was at the heart of this group. As I said, he was like the leading member of this group, and through his connections, like in both like colonial cultural elites and like Algerian people, so he managed to create like a synthesis between all the old Algerian cultures, like pop cultures, but also with Western painting, Western aesthetics like figurative arts, modern arts, and avant-garde. And I think that this group is very important in our like art history, because I think that they enabled the transition from an artistic revolution to a revolutionary art. And this is very important because thanks to this group we follow the path of like artists, journalists who work in the city, and that the city inspired a lot, and we can see it today like in the Museum of National and Fine Arts, for instance. So I think that we should pay a tribute for these artists.
The artistic revolution and the revolutionary art.
Yeah.
Two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Khadija.
Yes.
So you make book reviews, and are you planning to make, let's say, audiobooks, reading books for people, for example, people who are old to read, people who can not read?
Not really. I mean, I would love to start a YouTube channel and share videos on YouTube.
Yes.
I would love also to, I'm thinking, it's been like a few months, I've been thinking of creating a book club.
Excellent.
Yes. But audiobooks, I don't think it's...
Book club, like where readers meet?
Yes, readers meet, do common reading, and just talk about books and share our impressions. Yeah.
All right.
And exchange ideas and...
that's really interesting. Tell us
hopefully I'll be able to do it.
Tell us more, for young people, for elders, for...
Yeah, I'll be sharing this on my page, certainly, but no, just an idea.
All right, guys, stay
I hope
tuned.
it will
Stay tuned.
It will come to reality. I have already the place
All
since
right.
since I run a school.
Okay.
So yeah,
It's like creating
Hopefully I'll
your book company.
yes, yes. Why not?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That, you know, your let's say your hope for the young generation. Unfortunately, people are not reading as they used to, so they need people to guide them through this path.
Yes. First of all, I would love to talk about the importance of parents encouraging their kids to read, because this is how it started with me, actually.
Yeah.
I was inspired by my father. He was kind of my role model, and he had this big library. And I remember one time I went to the cave of my grandparents, and I saw all the books that he had, and I was just impressed.
A treasure.
Yes, and I was like, yeah, I want to be like my dad and read books. So yeah, encourage your kids to read, and then you should get to know the benefits of reading. So that will encourage you to read, and then yeah, that's it. Sorry, what was the question? The initial question?
That was that.
Yeah,
The
thanks.
same for me. I remember when I was a kid, my mother told me stories before sleeping, and I have never been known for being a patient person. So when she told me time to sleep, I was spending the night, what will happen next in the story? And then when at school, when we started learning how to read sentences, I took my independence.
Yes, as I want to add, Mark Twain said, the person or the man who doesn't read has no advantage on the man who can't read.
And the man who doesn't have time to read will not have time to write.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yeah, because you need to read a lot to be able to write. And when I was writing this essay, it was like it came from my master's thesis. It was during COVID, and there was the curfew and everyone was locked down. And for me, it was really, really a good, like, it was like my comfort zone. Everybody was complaining around me, and I was like, that's perfect. The only thing I had to do was writing day and night, and like for months I was fangirling on these guys because like I was like alone in my apartment, and these guys were living their best life. Like they had a really bohemian lifestyle. They were politically really involved. They were
You
bold.
remind me of a movie, Midnight in Paris.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
But it was midnight in Algiers.
In
for
Algiers,
them.
yes.
And for me, like, and the important thing is that these artists and intellectuals challenge the colonial order, and for me it was like really revolutionary by that time,
Yes.
in the mid 40s and 50s.
Exactly. Just like Asia Jabar also.
Right.
Yes. So, girls, which advice can you give to the new generation who wants to read, or people who have, let's say, no clue about reading, no idea?
Well, I don't know if we have time to talk about benefits of reading. There are several benefits. It just increases your imagination, creativity. It helps you to understand the world that you're living in and explore this world. It helps you to acquire new skills and develop yourself as a person. So yeah, I should really start reading. As I said, start by short books and just give it a try. You
Yes.
will love it.
Let's give it a try. And you, Lydia, your advice?
I totally agree with Khadija. I will just add the fact that, like, don't be harsh with yourself. Like, read what you want to read, and if you feel alone, like, you can maybe join a book club around. Look, you can you can download podcasts on books.
Exactly,
You can
yes.
follow booktubers online. You can do you can get into like literacy forums. Like, we have a lot of online. We have a lot of options, so people can like share a community and have a feeling of belonging. Like, if they like, I don't know, science fiction, or I don't know, like novels, like classical novels, they
Yes.
always find like other people that can like share their passion and try maybe like
When there's a will, there's a way.
yeah, always.
Good points. And in the world of technology, you can the younger generation can also listen to audiobooks and, as
Yeah.
you said, podcasts.
Yes.
So it has to be like physical books, you know. So they still can. There are so many ways to read or to learn.
Do you know how do I call writers? Wizards. Because they create words with words.
Yes.
So, Lydia, please, through your, let's say, your experience, your life, your travels, are you planning, let's say, to write a movie, maybe fictional or realistic movie,
A movie like a screen play.
a screenplay?
Oh,
Very different from.
It's
a
very
book.
different,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
but
totally different.
let's say that your book is worth becoming a movie.
Oh, or maybe an exhibition.
Yes, a theater play,
Yes.
maybe.
For the moment, I'm really focusing on my PhD thesis. So, like, this year, I'm like, because I was exploring this specific group, but now I'm extending the whole thing, and I'm trying, like, from a comparative perspective to explore the art collectives between the cities of Algiers and Tunis in Tunisia. So it's a lot of work, and you have to read a lot. So I wish I could have more time to read fiction or to write fiction, but for now I'm really
You
focusing
will
on.
have time. You know what
I
they
hope,
say? They
I
say
hope I can do that.
we only live once, but if
Right.
you do it right, once is enough.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry, can I ask her a question?
Okay, come here and ask her. Yes, of course.
So your book is based on a historical. It
Research.
has a historical.
Historical
Yeah,
research,
yeah, yeah.
yes.
So yeah, you can write like
Algerian figures.
you can write a fiction book that has a historical base.
Yeah, like a mix, like
Creating-
between documentary and
Creating
fiction.
Yes.
people.
Be a really
That would be
interesting
amazing.
idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It could be really amazing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be another tribute to our culture and our history.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what they say: if you don't know where you're coming from, you will never know where you're going.
That's right.
Yes. Khadija. Yes. Your main purpose is to make more people reading.
Honestly, it's just a passion.
A
that,
passion
that I'm sharing with people.
No, it's more than a
But the
passion.
point, yes, is to encourage, to inspire, and to connect with people share the
Exactly.
same passion.
A
as I
passion.
do.
Now you're having 2,000 followers. It's more than a passion.
Yes, but it's a number that I never asked for, and yeah, I think I'm grateful if people really trust me and follow me. So that's also a huge responsibility. So I have to be always sharing and giving them content.
Thank you. And you, Lydia, tell me, you're a let's say traditions lover or a history lover.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I'm not a traditionalist.
Not
at all.
traditionalist. Yes, I know. Did you ever think of writing something about the Algerian women in our history, just like Khadawaj al-Amya, or
I
give them a role in your story or in your book?
like from historical
Yes.
point of
Background.
view. Yeah, I would love like to start a project like that.
A historical witness.
Because like it's true that when I studied again this group, like it was mainly men. We had only two like main painters that were like into like this crew. So we have Maria Monton and Beya, the famous Beya, and I think that from a feminist perspective, we need like to how can I say that, like to put the light on all these like forgotten women, like artists. I'm thinking about Khaira Flijani. Who knows about her? So she was like a super famous Algerian painter by her time in Paris. She did like the École of Montparnasse in Paris. So all these like figures, female figures, we should like explore the lives and do some like artwork about them, like research. We should publish them. We should organize exhibitions about them. So there's a lot of work to do.
There's a lot of work to do, yes. So, ladies, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming. It was really nice.
Thank you.
I wish you all the best
so
in your careers.
Thank you. We had a great time. Thanks.
I'm waiting for your video about her book.
Yes. Yes.
No pressure.
Yes.
Pressure.
That's okay.
Dear viewers, thank you for following us. And as would Franklin Roosevelt say, either write something worth reading or do something worth writing. Thank you for being with us. Next time we will discover other beautiful minds. Stay tuned. See you soon.